weaning and toddler. We'll discuss a little bit about it. Most important thing is ఫస్ట్ 2 years లోనే మొత్తం ఇమ్యూన్ సిస్టమ్ డెవలప్ అవుతుంది పిల్లలకి. అండ్ మోస్ట్ ఆఫ్ ద ఇమ్యూన్ సిస్టమ్ 80 to 90% ఆఫ్ ఇట్ ఈస్ త్రూ గట్. All it takes 2 years to develop the body's most potent immune organ, the gut barrier. Early life colonization of the gut with bacteria is crucial for its development. It's influenced by the mode of delivery of the baby and by the nutrition. And next is digestive system. An infant is born with an immune gut. Its digestive and absorptive capacity must develop in the early years. See, first 2 years, a baby kaina, it's very critical with respect to digestive system and immune maturation in the gut. All this happens only in the first 2 years. That is why pillalu and మన ఇమ్యూన్ సిస్టమ్ వేర్ అండ్ టేర్ వల్ల అలాంగ్ విత్ ద ఏజ్ ముసలి వాళ్ళు ఎక్కువ ఇన్ఫెక్షన్స్ కి ప్రోన్ అవుతూ ఉంటారు. లెట్ డిస్కస్ లిటిల్ డీప్ ఇన్ టు ఇట్. నెక్స్ట్ స్లైడ్ ప్లీజ్. Raven, next slide, please. Yeah. So here it is. So mother's diet. See, it's very important. చాలా మంది మోస్ట్ ఆఫ్ దేర్ హెల్త్ ప్రాబ్లమ్స్ వాళ్ళ పిల్లలకి రావడానికి కారణం ఏంటంటే ఆ 9 months ఆ క్యారీ చేస్తున్న మదర్ సరిగ్గా జాగ్రత్త తీసుకోకపోవడం. మేబీ ఎక్కువ వామిటింగ్స్ వల్ల తను బ్రేక్ఫాస్ట్ స్కిప్ చేయడం వల్ల కావచ్చు, లేకపోతే స్లీప్ లేకపోవడం వల్ల లేట్ నైట్ మేలుకు ఉండడం, లేదా గ్యాడ్జెట్స్ యూస్ చేయడం వల్ల కావచ్చు, లేదా డెఫిషియన్సీస్ ఏమన్నా ఉంటే ఐడెంటిఫై చేయకపోవడం కావచ్చు. ఆల్ దీస్ ఫ్యాక్టర్స్ ఇస్ వెరీ వెరీ క్రిటికల్ ఫర్ చైల్డ్స్ డెవలప్మెంట్. ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్, ఏ మదర్ అయితే ఆ టైంలో సరిగ్గా తినరో ఆ బేబీస్ కి న్యాచురల్ గా ఆకలి తక్కువ ఉంటుంది. ఏ మదర్ అయితే సరిగ్గా కాల్షియం రిచ్ ఫుడ్స్ లేదా ఐరన్ రిచ్ ఫుడ్స్ అలా తీసుకొని ఉండరు ఆ టైంలో, ఆ బేబీకి స్వతహాగా కాల్షియం, వైటమిన్ డి, ఐరన్ అబ్జార్ప్షన్స్ కూడా లైఫ్ లాంగ్ తక్కువ ఉంటాయి. అండ్ ఎవరైతే టూ మచ్ ఆఫ్ జంక్ ఇవన్నీ తీసుకుంటారో బేబీ న్యాచురలీ డెవలప్స్ క్రేవింగ్ ఫర్ జంక్ ఫుడ్స్ అనమాట. సో మోస్ట్ ఆఫ్ ద టైమ్స్ ఆల్ ద హ్యాబిట్స్ విత్ రెస్పెక్ట్ టు డైట్ యాజ్ వెల్ యాజ్ లైఫ్ స్టైల్ ఆ 9 months లో మదర్ ఏం అలవాటు చేసుకుంటుందో, ఇన్ఫాక్ట్ ఫర్ దట్ మ్యాటర్ ఎమోషనల్ హెల్త్ కూడా, హౌ పీస్ఫుల్ షీ ఈస్, హౌ స్మైలింగ్ షీ ఈస్, ఆర్ హౌ యాంగ్రీ ఆర్ హౌ ఫియర్ఫుల్ షీ ఈస్, అండ్ ఆల్ దీస్ థింగ్స్ మ్యాటర్స్ ఎ లాట్. ఎమోషనల్ సపోర్ట్ ఫ్రమ్ ద ఎల్డర్స్ ఇవన్నీ చాలా మ్యాటర్ అవుతాయి ఆ టైంలో. అండ్ మోస్ట్ ఇంపార్టెంట్లీ డైట్. ఆ టైంలో వచ్చిన డెఫిషియన్సీస్ లైఫ్ లాంగ్ ఉండే ఛాన్సులు కూడా చాలా ఎక్కువ. ఏ మదర్ అయితే ఆ 9 months రైట్ న్యూట్రిషన్ తీసుకుంటారో లాస్ట్ 1-2 generations లో ఉండే డిసీజెస్ కూడా బేబీ రాకుండా టాలరేట్ చేస్తుంది, లేదా ఈజీగా వెనక్కి నెట్టగలుగుతుంది తన లైఫ్ స్పాన్ లో. రైట్ కేర్ తీసుకోకపోతే అదే డిసీజెస్ ఇంకా ఏవైతే వాళ్ళ జనరేషన్ లో 40 ఏళ్ళకి 50 ఏళ్ళకి వచ్చినాయో బేబీకి 35 ఏళ్ళకి వచ్చే ఛాన్సెస్ కూడా చాలా ఎక్కువ. సో న్యూట్రిషన్ ఈస్ లైక్ లైఫ్ ఆ 9 months బేబీకి. నెక్స్ట్ ఈస్ ఆఫ్టర్ డెలివరీ. Now that we are talking about the immune system and gut microbe. See, మన గట్ మైక్రోబ్ అంటే మన గట్ లో ఉండే గుడ్ మైక్రో ఆర్గానిజమ్స్, వాటి నెంబర్ ఎంత ఉంటుందంటే, మన సెల్స్ ఒక 100 కోట్లు ఉంటాయని అనుకుంటా ఉంటే మన బాడీలో, అవి దానికంటే ఆల్మోస్ట్ ఒక 10 రెట్లు ఎక్కువ ఉంటాయి అనమాట. సో అవి 1000 కోట్లు ఉంటాయి మన బాడీలో ఉండే మైక్రోబ్. మోస్ట్ ఆఫ్ ఇట్ 90% ఆఫ్ ఇట్ గట్ లో ఉంటే, మిగిలినవి రెస్పిరేటరీ ట్రాక్ లో మన స్కిన్ పైన ఉంటాయి అనమాట. మన బాడీలో ఉండే మొత్తం మైక్రోబ్స్ ని మనం గనక ఇఫ్ వే టు కౌంట్, ఆల్మోస్ట్ అది ఆ దూరంతో మనం ఒక ఎత్తును 2-3 సార్లు చుట్టేసి రావచ్చు. అంత హ్యూజ్ నెంబర్ అది, అండ్ ఏ గ్రేట్ నెంబర్, అండ్ వితౌట్ విచ్ వీ కాంట్ సర్వైవ్.
Sagar, sorry to interrupt. Let's add more of English. People are requesting in the chat box.
Okay. Last time they requested for Telugu. So with respect to the type of delivery, it also plays a very important role. So say example, if the mother is having a normal delivery, most of this gut microbe transferred from mother to the child. Say if the mother is having C-section delivery, most of it is lost to the baby. So it's very important as far as possible normal deliveries, or everyone knows normal deliveries are very effective with respect to baby's health, with respect to mother's recovery, everything. Okay, so C-section delivery, baby would be naturally losing most of the immunity, which which is inherited through gut microbiome. So next is breastfeeding. Breastfeeding is like vaccine for the baby. Right from, I saw doctors who make babies fed right on the table, right on after the surgeries, after the deliveries, immediately within few hours. That is the best way to do it. So this immediate milk is like vaccine for the baby and can protect the baby with respect to all the infections, all the it's very good for digestion for the baby, which is easily digested, and the viscosity of the milk also changes initially within first 2 months and within first 6 months and within next 1 year. And this doesn't happen with any artificial feedings. And most of the artificial feedings, if it is say example, if it is a feeding from the mother, it's very specific for the baby. If it is artificial feeding, it's very common for all of the others too, and which is not easily adaptable by most of the babies. That is why we see a lot of the digestive issues, which we will discuss a little later. So breastfeeding is like vaccine for the body. It's like a natural immunization. It's very good for baby and the mother. It's a great method of emotional bonding between the child and the parent. It helps the mother to recover faster. It helps the mother to prevent the risk of cancer in the future. It helps in healing faster. And for the baby, it's like everything. It's like ultimate protection shield for the body. So all these things are very important. The type of delivery, mother's diet during the 9 months and initial months after delivery, and the breastfeeding methods. So next slide, please. So in the initial years, we'll discuss about few aspects of the key aspects of the health. One important thing is sleep. Sleep is very critical for brain development, especially in the initial years. Studies have shown that kids who regularly get an adequate amount of sleep have improved attention, behavior, learning, memory, and overall mental and physical health. Not getting enough sleep can lead to high blood pressure, obesity, and even depression. Next slide, please. Can we move on to next slide, please?
Yes, I did change. Didn't you get the update? The excessive use of gadgets. I have changed the slide.
Hello, Raven, can we move on to next slide, please?
Yes, I have changed the slide. I don't know why it's not updated in your. The slide is excessive use of gadgets.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. See, this is what I want to really tell you about sleep health. I would like to inform all the parents. You should set a positive example for your kids. Say example, this is what we have been seeing from last few years. Parents are with gadgets, and later the kid is with the gadget. So this is not how it should be. Excessive use of gadgets such as mobile phones, tablets, and computer desktops can cause physical and mental damage to children. Most, according to study, a child will likely to become overweight, develop seizures, and vision problems, and when they spend too much time using gadgets. So there should be a regulation, especially in the initial years. So for that, for them to interact with the people around, and for them to have a good emotional bonding with the family, for them to look around and learn things very easily. Very important. It's very important that you develop a regularity with respect to the gadgets and minimize it as far as possible in the early years. And parents should set a positive example for the children, so that whatever that we do, no child does naturally. So it's very important that parents are to be given needed counseling and education with these aspects. So sleep health is very critical in the brain development in the initial years. So it's very important that children should be minimized with respect to using gadgets. Next slide, please. So next most important thing is building a strong family bond. This has been one of the critical aspects with respect to overall health these days. Emotional health well-being is very, very important, especially in the initial years and in the teen years. So it should be habituated right from the earlier childhood. So it's very important that children is having very close relationships and engagements with the grandparents, with the relatives. Maybe with these cultural aspects, now that we are not having all of the family members together. Hello, Raymond. Previous slide, please. Yeah, Raymond. ఇంతకు ముందు ఎక్కడ దాకా ఆడిబుల్ రేవంత్ ది స్లైడ్ వాస్ డన్.
Yes, this slide is done.
Okay, so very important thing is having a great bonding with the family, and one most important with respect to this is have build positive self image for children. Don't hurt them and don't tell them that they can't do something, or don't reject them too much. Help them explain few things if you were to explain them. All these things will build their self-image and will build their importance, and that's very important for emotional bonding with respect to parents and the child. And it is this lack of emotional bonding that's the one of the important causes for a lot of all teenage problems with the parents and the child. The next slide, please. Play is the highest form of research. Albert Einstein. So we are becoming a more of indoor generation now that we can't move outside. It's okay, but it's very important that children are exposed to the playing environment. So next slide, please. So Mother Nature can heal everything, anything. So I just want you, every parent who is in the call, to listen and understand these important aspects. First thing is expose your children to sand. మట్టికి ఎక్స్పోజ్ చేయడం పిల్లల్ని చాలా అవసరం. When you look into the benefits of soil microbes, it can heal almost every disease according to Ayurveda. So with the generation that is becoming more of indoor, we are not helping ourselves, letting the child to go out and play in the sand or dirt. It's very important that you encourage children to help with the aspects of gardening, or or making pots with the mud, or all other activities like playing in the beaches or in the village fields. All this is very, very important and very critical for child's health. And children who are exposed to soil are more immunized than the children who are not exposed to the soil. So help your children to get dirty, and it's very essential and it's very good. So next important thing is sun rays. It's called sun charge. So uh, as we all know, we are getting more and more of indoor kind of generation. It's very important for us to expose ourselves to sunlight, especially growing children. With the absorption of the nutrients like calcium, iron, vitamin B12, vitamin D, all these things are linked with sunlight. So it's very important that at least 30 minutes to 1 hour exposure of your children to sunlight on daily basis. In the initial years, in the first 2 years, in the first 1,000 days, if you can expose your children to the early morning sunlight, early morning and early evening orange colored sunlight, it can protect from most of the diseases like liver issues or skin issues or jaundices, which are very dominant in the early days. So sunlight is a great way of healing. So Mother Nature is very important. It's very important that you understand these factors and help your children play in the sand, and expose themselves to not the scorching sun but the early morning and early evening sun, on daily basis. It's very important. So next slide, please. So what to eat? This was the most common questions, and this is how the food pyramids of the children look like. So 6 servings of carbohydrates, grains, 3 servings of vegetables, 2 servings of fruits, 2 servings of protein aspects, pulses, meat, everything, and 2 servings of dairy, and 1 serving of fats, oils, sweets. So this is on daily basis, and water unlimited. This is how it is done, but you all know this is exactly oppositely done. 6 servings of fat, the more servings of all the other fried these things, and less of fruits and vegetables, and less of water. So let's get little deep into it. Next slide, please. So I really want you to understand what is really junk food. No, you should understand. See, child should be educated with respect to what is junk and what is snack. Junk food is an informal term applied to some foods that are perceived to have little or no nutritional value. It's as simple as that. Any food that you're giving to your child, if it's not having more of nutrition, it is not having more of pranic value, it is not having more of life in it, which is stored, which is processed, which is refined, which chemical preservatives are added, to which colors are added, to which artificial flavors are added, and which is for it to just keep it in storage for a long time. All this is junk. And the food, the host prepared methods are in such a way that there is no life energy in it, there is no life in it, or pranic value in it, or there is no much nutrition in it, and where all the nutrients are crashed, or is no more. These are the junk foods, and don't get confused with snack and with junk. Junk is different aspects. So whatever that you see on the picture, or whatever few examples, like all the noodles, all the fried rices, fast foods, all these cool drinks, all these food wrapped inside the plastics, or something which is stored for more than 10 days, or more than a month, in fact more than a year sometimes. And the more it is stored, the more the nutrition value is also uh, gone, and all these aspects, and all these things are not coming directly from the mother nature, and this is extremely difficult for the body, especially children's gut to get it digested. And these toxic materials and chemicals get sticks to the walls of the intestine, and and all these become toxic day by day. And this then is taken to different organs, to the bloodstream, and causing all the problems. So underlying thing is, in fact, most of the diseases, or most of the health issues, may it be flu, or may it be cold, or fever, or any autoimmune disorders, or type 1 diabetes, or any asthma for the children, or inflammation, or any chronic diseases, all one main reason is junk food for the children. And parents not knowing that it is not good, and the easily available convenient options with these foods, making it more easily available for children, and these are causing a lot of havoc inside the bodies. Next slide, please. So harmful effects: damage immune system, to cancers, to digestive issues of all kinds, to tiredness, fatigue, lack of memory, lack of absorption, no hunger, sleeplessness, and the list goes on. Obesity, inflammation, high blood pressure, type 1, type 2 diabetes, anxieties, growth disorders, reduced speech patterns, delayed milestones, everything. What to tell about junk? It is one primary reason why there is a lot of hospitals for children. Next slide, please. So there are so many aspects, but one chief aspect with respect to kids' health is this: the issues of the digestion. It is estimated that more than 60% of the kids have problems with the digestion. Pain in the stomach, vomiting, lack of appetite, bloating, or constipation, or allergens, or not being able to eat for a little more than what they usually eat, or uh, all inflammations, skin issues, dryness, hair fall, One chief reason is lack of proper gut health or lack of digestive health. Let's discuss one main reason for all these factors is junk food. So next slide, please. So next most important that to be avoided or to be taken care is plastics. Junk food itself is a lot more damaging, and these foods inside the plastics, it's a lot more damaging. So we have also discussed this in the last slides. It takes only a little higher doses and little more time for us to die with respect to plastics. That thing I'm being very straight with you. All this, avoid all the plastics. Make your home a zero plastic home. Especially don't give or don't buy any food that is wrapped inside the plastics for children. Or no water bottles in plastics. Get copper bottles instead of it. So no plastic foods. Store it in the steel vessels, steel jars. And next slide, please. Prepare prepare fresh homemade juices instead of all these plastic cool drinks or all those stuff, all the sodas. And this is one of the most frequently asked question. When I say no junk, parents would ask me what to eat instead of junk. And this is a great cultural thing with respect to Indians. And look at every festival that's coming along the calendar, whatever the culture that you belongs to, whether you're a Hindu, Muslim, or a Sikh, or a Christian. We have festivals all along the year, and every festival comes with new snacks, new varieties, new recipes, everything. So here I have put snacks, Diwali snacks, which is one of my favorites. And we had Sankranti, and being a Hindu, and I'm more familiar with the Hindu festivals. So Ganesh festival that's there. We have a lot of special snacks for it. We have Dasara. We have now that Ramjan is going on. We have so many Ramjan special varieties, and there is a lot of winter varieties. So we have festivals in every month, literally. So every festival is unique, comes with the seasonal foods, seasonal varieties, a lot of cultural aspects, lot of snacks, and you can understand there are about 400 varieties so that the snacks which can be made only with the milk in India. Just refer a few Ayurveda books. Just talk to your grandmother. Just talk to your grandfather, grandparents. There are innumerable things, different kinds of pulses that can be roasted, fried, recipes with honey, recipes with jaggery, sesame, groundnut chickpeas, all these kheers, all these laddus that's made at the home, all these varieties, nippatlu, arisalu, chenagalu, gugullu, polilu, paisalu. Well, there are a number of varieties. There are about, if you were to make one snack every day for your children at your home, and if you make, there are about more than 365 snacks all around the year for our children, which are more nutritious, which are very hygienely prepared, which are prepared with a lot of love with the parent, and and educate your children with respect to these aspects. Tell them why junk is bad, and involve them in snack making. And most of the times, believe me, what you find is lot of laughter. Be very careful in the kitchen too, with respect to all this heat, fire, and all this stuff. But snacks. One of the best things that you can do for your children is prepared homemade snacks. Do you think about this? From the pastry that you're buying in a bakery, or from the store where you're buying a particular chip, do you really know how it's prepared inside? Did you saw the kitchen inside? Most of the times you would never really get into the store again if you really see the kitchen inside, how the food items is being prepared, that hygienic condition, everything. Do you know whether the cook who wakes up at 4 o'clock in the morning? Do you know whether he is braced or not? Do you know whether he is clean? Or do you know the kind of environment? Do you know whether there is enough lighting in it? Do you know whether he had alcohol the previous night? No, being very honest with you, I have visited few kitchens in the local areas, especially the bakeries. Believe me, if you see those kitchens where the food is being made, and those foods being served to children, you will never go there again. Forget about the kitchens and bakeries. Do you know how the pani puri is made, or the gobi is made? How many chemicals that put in it, and how open it is for about 12, 13, 14 hours along the day? How many? You know it. Homemade snacks with a lot of life energies. Mother baths every morning, makes the kitchen clean, with clean environment, with a lot of love for the children. This is unmatchable than anything on the planet. So prefer homemade snacks. So next slide, please. So with respect to the micronutrients, this is one main reason for all the deficiencies in the body. The simplest way to get into it is all the colors, adding all the colors in the diet. Remember, there are two things. One thing is uh, eat local and seasonal fruits and vegetables. All the colors is that's been there, it's only through fruits and vegetables. So every color has a nutrient, every color has a different composition, every carrot has a different phytonutrients. If you're missing one color, you believe me, you would almost miss the balance. So make sure, educate your children that every color is important with respect to fruits and vegetables. Make sure that they're eating all colors with respect to fruits, with the season, with respect to vegetables. Every color is important. Say that you're not eating white color. Your kids are not eating white color. Say they're not eating radish, they're not eating cabbage, they're not eating cauliflower. So they have a weak bones, they have a weak immunity. So they have weak gut microbe. They have less of vitamin A. So you need to understand all these things. Make sure your children is getting educated with respect to all this stress, why every color is important. And children love colors. There is that's why there is a lot of colors in the junk foods that they make. With there is and the ads with respect to so many things. Make it more colorful. It's if children sees different colors, they love to eat it. No, there are few challenges with respect to the time and availability with respect to the working generation, the parents know, but make sure you spend the time at least in the weekends for the children, taking care of them with respect to these aspects. So one important uh, carry out here is make sure your child is eating every color and make it in if he is not liking if he doesn't like it in one recipe, try different recipe. Say most of the kids they don't like carrot. We ask the mothers to boil the carrot and add little honey on it and add grated coconut on it, add little jaggery powder on it and give it to them. Or there are so many ways. Mix dry fruits and pulses. They would love it. Make kheers with milk, carrot kheer with milk. Make if you want to make kheer with moong dal, powder the sesame seeds and add it in the curries. There are so many ways how you can do it and take the help of your grandparents too, and they did it for you in the previous generations and they know how to do it. Next slide, please. So whatever the way that we do, children are always fuzzy eaters, and they don't eat much, they don't like much. So if everything is going great, that's really nice. No, I appreciate all the parents who is doing this, but there is always the chances of nutritional gaps. And scientific research has proven that specific nutrients are critical to the growth and development of your children. It's very important. I understand when you look at your kids that the deficiency of a specific nutrient or a vitamin or a mineral is been from very long time. When we include those nutrients, we see tremendous changes in the differences with respect to the concentration, with respect to the height of the children, with respect to the weight of the children, digestion being improved, skin health being improved, children getting free of glasses, children stopping all their asthmatic medicines, children improving their bone density, energy levels, whatnot. If you identify the real deficiencies and fill them, you need an expert advice for these. And you can also identify if you can keenly observe them, and you can also look at this way about recent frequent problems that your child is getting, maybe cough or cold or fever or lack of concentration. These are the things which can be pulled out and which can help us to identify the real deficiencies and put them on the respective nutrients. So it's very important that you identify the nutritional gaps and you make sure that you give them the right nutrients in little larger doses than usual to heal these deficiencies. Next slide, please. So one of the most important and most favorite slides of mine. So I have put few local foods of this season. This is with respect to Nellore and Chittoor districts. In your place, it might be little different, but there will be always a definite local and seasonal fruits సో ఇక్కడ తాటి ముంజలు, ఈ సీజన్ లో వచ్చే పనసకాయలు, ఇంకా రాబోయే ఇప్పుడు వస్తున్న మామిడికాయలు, ఆహ్, ఈ ముంత మామిడి పండ్లు, ఈ సీజన్ లో వచ్చే ఈ గుబ్బలు, సో ఈ సీజన్ లో వచ్చే ఈతకాయలు. These are all widely available, widely available and very cheaply available, and tons and tons of nutrients. Believe me, wild fruits which are grown in the local villages or in the local communities, they are like a dense of immune bullets for the body, and it can shield your child a hell lot. So these are few local foods, and make sure whatever that ask your grandmother what is this season and what is the local foods or what are the local vegetables available this season. You also do a little research, find which foods are available in the local markets abundantly from the local farmers. These are the foods, or these are the vegetables or foods to be given for your children on regular basis. It will take little time for your children to adjust to it, but you will see wonders, and it's lot of fun. Take your children to markets instead of malls. So that would be, take your children to fields once in a while, help them understand why food is important, how much hardship it will take for a farmer to cultivate all this stuff. Your children would eat food without any without giving you a heartache. Once they understand the importance, and once they understand the hardship for and the importance of the food, they would really change. They would really understand, and children would change like any other. So children can understand things very faster and easier. These are smart kids, and they're very fast. Next slide, please. So if you were to contact me for any questions and queries, these are our details: phone number, mail ID, and all this stuff. Next slide, please. So this is our next webinar. It's going to be on healthy aging. Dates will be out soon. So next slide, please.
That's it. Let's go for Q&A, Sagar.
Yeah.
People have few questions. So there's already a question that Ms. Madhavi Gupta have asked. Hello.
Yeah. I'm listening.
Her question is, when we prepare this kind of food at home, like burger, pizza, and all this, is that called as junk or not? When we prepare that at home?
Good question. In fact, smart question. Junk is always junk, whether you prepare it at home or whether you get it from store. Getting it from store, it's causing a lot more damage than to prepare it at home, but junk is always junk. See, we already clearly explained that junk is something which has less nutrition in it. As simple as that. All these pizzas, noodles, or any fried foods, it's very good that it's been taken in home, but you should understand that these ratios should be about 10 to 20% when compared to the
Hello, Sagar? Hello. Hello, Sagar?
Yes, Raymond.
Are you there? I think there's some internet issues. Yeah, please continue.
Yeah, it's done. You heard it?
Okay. There seems to be a few more questions.
Yes.
Is Tupperware containers safe? Using Tupperware containers, is that safe?
Yeah, better than the normal plastic ones. The way it is designed and the way it is little cryogenic, it can tolerate the cool as well as the extreme high temperatures. It's better than the normal plastic ones.
So any more questions? Everyone emana questions unte you can ask in chat, or you can raise your hand so that I will unmute yourself. Any more questions, please? Yes, we got one question. Sir, will you conduct this meeting again? Yeah, Smita will share the uh, videos of this presentation. Maybe you can go through that. And the next week we'll have this healthy aging session. The details will be announced soon. Any more questions? So, ఏమైనా questions ఉంటే please raise your hand.
Yeah, I have got a question. The question is,
Yeah.
vegetarian foods or non-vegetarian foods for protein, which one is best for the children? So the answer is both are good, but I would recommend the more of vegetarian foods. This is because non-vegetarian foods would take about somewhere around 18 to 20 hours for digestion, and the way it is processed or cooked, it can uh, cause some chemicals or some toxins to be released into the body, especially for children, and it's very less of fiber, so it can cause your bad bacteria in the gut to rise and good bacteria to decline. So vegetarian protein sources are very healthy. So you can take non-vegetarian protein sources too, but you can add vegetable salads with like onion salad or carrot or cucumber salads along with this, so that its digestion is done with ease for the children. So with respect to these foods, no non-veg at night times for children. You can, best time is morning and afternoon.
Okay. One more question from Ms. Krishna Priya garu. The question is, can we give kids homemade cheese and paneer?
Paneer is okay. Cheese, homemade cheese is absolutely good. Mana venna goppaga, it's very dense in nutrition compared to the cheese. So best is homemade one, and cheese can be given, but minimize it as much as possible.
Okay. The other question from Mr. Bharat. His baby is going to complete 2 years next month. Can he use feeding bottles? How long can he use feeding bottles?
2 months or 2 years? 2 months.
She'll complete 2 years.
2 years. Completed 2 years.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, it's good. It's good that you can, if your child is ready, you can start giving milk in small glasses instead of bottles. As your baby is crossing 2 years, or if your baby is still insisting that she wants only bottle, you can slowly you can try it for another 3-4 months also. But after that, I would recommend you should start using steel glasses or for giving your baby milk in it, because the more the baby starts sucking the bottles, the more the position of the teeth can also vary. So it's very good that you can help your child to get into leave the bottles as fast as possible after 2 years and get to the vessels for drinking, glass for drinking milk.
Okay, there are a lot more questions that are coming. Chala questions adugutunnaru. See, due to the limited time, we cannot answer all these questions. We wanted to answer the first 5 questions. So we request you to kindly get in touch. My contact numbers unnai. You have our contact numbers. So please get in touch. That's our WhatsApp number as well. So we will connect you to Sagar. Sagar dietitian ni mem connect chestam. So we will answer your questions personally. So before ending, there are a couple of announcements that we would like to make. So for 2 minutes, please, I request you to be online.
So meanwhile, whoever is in the call, if you have any queries, or for that matter, if you are in this call, you can attend a free one-time consultation with respect to your kids' health within the next 24 hours. You can book your slots by calling to your number. You can call us or WhatsApp us for 24 hours, within 24 hours from now, and you can book your free consultation for your kid.
Okay, yeah, so there's a problem. So see, we'll tell you what the announcements are, what our announcements are. The first thing, we are coming up with a nutrition program, nutrition course. So in order to develop skill set of the people, so we understand the present lockdown, the present financial situations. So we wanted to help people in growing their skill. So out of that, we are coming with a nutrition certification program. So the actual price is 7,500, but for the next 1 month, for this course, we are charging just 990 rupees. So it's like almost 80% discount on this nutrition certification course. So this course starts from May 8th. So we are taking only limited registrations. So the course goes through Zoom itself. So it goes for one month. It's like 10 hours of theory sessions. So end of the course, Miku, you will have a clarity on nutrition, basics of nutrition, how to do any consultations if you are in nutrition and wellness field. So this is our announcement one. And secondly, we are also into digital training program. So for the last 1.5 months, there has been no physical activity ఏమీ లేదు. So exercise ni మేము digital platform లో తీసుకొని వచ్చాం. With a very reasonable price, you will have a personal trainer working on your exercise patterns. So we have digital training platforms as well at your convenient time. So, and the third announcement is we also have Zumba trainings. So for the people who love to dance, people who like to mix dance with exercises, so we have Zumba trainings. So the price is just 690 for Zumba, and the price is 990 rupees for digital training and nutrition certification course each. So if you are interested, please get in touch with us. So we are only taking limited slots. Okay. So Sagar, anything to say?
Yeah, thank you everyone. You've been very patient with respect to the session, and see you in the next session. And we'll also send all the details. We can also send these details personal to the numbers, right, Revant? As what we have discussed, these offers.
Yes, sure. We will share this link. Particular presentation link share chestam. And our WhatsApp numbers, we are texting you our WhatsApp numbers. Most of you have our WhatsApp numbers. So if you have any doubts, please get in touch with us to our WhatsApp. Okay.
Okay, so nice talking to you, and you can also message us if you are looking, if you want any sessions, you can send us your feedback, your titles of the sessions, or you can request for the sessions. We'll also do those sessions in the future.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you everyone.
Thank you.